guys, it's Pixie, and I just want to give a fair warning that this video is probably going to be longer than my other videos because of a couple extra things I've added in, taken out, and the fact that the notes, because as you guys all know, I use notes to stay on task, are double-sided, which does not happen often, so I'm going to try and get through everything as quickly as possible, but I'm going to ask that you bear with me. And the other thing is I couldn't find the hoodie, so I can't hide my weird rat tail length hair. So I'll probably be buying a beanie soon, and then, God, someone's gonna label me that hipster. My friends, probably. Anyways, sorry, my nose is itchy. It's allergy season. Welcome, old writers, new writers, potential writers, people who just got bored and ended up on my video because YouTube is a black hole of information, and friends who always watch my videos. This was just so I could give you guys a shout out because you guys are awesome, and just thank you, because most of my friends are not writers, and I just thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot to me. So, welcome to the world of writing. Now, I want to drive home that this is a very opinion-based video, because writing is a very personal thing. It's always going to be opinion-based. How I view the world of writing may not be how you view the world of writing, or how others view the world of writing, and I will let you guys know that potential writers, some of this may irk you or bother you a bit, and it's really, again, opinion-based, and I think it's great that you guys are considering writing, so bear with me. Writing is an age-old passion. Well, passion, profession, and hobby. Me, personally, I see it as a hobby, but that's because I have a full-time job, and I'm going back to school. So, I don't really have time to make it my profession right now. Someday, but not today. But it's been seen in many lights. Waste of time, tends to go with the starving artist trope, despite the fact that most people who do write have another job. Even if it's something as simple as a fast food job or a retail job. They have a job, they know they need to support themselves, but for some reason we still get lumped into the starving artist trope. It's been seen as creative, which of course is true. Something that happens on a whim, something that's easy. That's what this video is kind of about. I don't know why people treat this as something that's easy, and it's usually seen by people who are on the outside. Like, you got your writers in here, you got everyone else out here. And they're looking in, and it probably does look easy because a lot of the stuff we need is readily available. I can go online and type in, I'm a crime fiction writer, so can you effectively pack arsenic into a bullet? No lie, I'm probably on a list somewhere. But computers, journals, notebooks, you can get them at the dollar store for $1. I got an Alpha Smart for like $15 on eBay. Folders are $1 each. What we need is readily available. So it probably does look easy from the outside. And people are like, and you know what I'm talking about, when someone's like, oh, writing a book is so easy. Aren't you done with that novel? You've been working on it for like a year now. And trust me, we are all really tired of hearing that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, newsflash, it's not easy. Because creativity, like anything else, is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen on a whim, and it is far from easy. I don't wake up every day saying, I'm going to write a novel. I wake up every day saying, God, I hope I can get a paragraph out. I wake up every day saying, maybe I'll finish that chapter today. Or, maybe I'll have time to finish those chapters today. It's a nightmare, okay? The only easy part of writing, and this is easy for me, is probably the initial idea. Because it's very easy to become inspired. Read a book. Go people watching, which I do regularly. Listen to my younger siblings play. Like, even just sitting in here and hearing them outside, it's crazy how many ideas or little things I can get just from listening to them. I mean, the initial idea is always kind of the easy part. Then comes decisions. Am I going to outline or not? Am I going to seat of the pants this? Am I going to kind of do an in-between thing where I kind of plot and then kind of the rest is just left up to whatever happens? Am I going to type it, handwrite it, use a typewriter? Am I going to type it on an Alpha Smart or on a computer? How am I going to write it? And I'm sure that sounds trivial, but then it gets even smaller, especially if you're like me. Do I use a pen? Do I use a pencil? Do I use a gel pen or a regular pen? Do I use a colored pen? I will always use a colored pen to write. It's usually red, because red's my favorite color. In case you couldn't guess. I'm not wearing a red shirt today. Mainly because I'm a Trek fan, and I know how that ends. But then comes the next part that can be easy, but can also be very difficult. Characters. Gosh, I'm not even sure where to start here. What color are their eyes? What's the shape of their face? Do they have a big nose? Do they have a small nose? What nose? What color is their hair? Is it long? Is it short? Is this a fantasy universe? Is their hair a giant flame? Do they constantly hold a little bit of magic in their hands? Are they always holding a book? Are they white? Are they black? Are they Hispanic? Do they have an accent? Are they British? Are they German? Are they Australian? British English? Are they from China? Are they from Japan? Are they Asian? I don't know. And some people, that can be easy for some people. For me, it takes me ages to do character design because I want it to be just right. Then you have character development. Oh, and also if you're like me, you plan outfits for your characters, and it's very frustrating. Then there's character development. So in chapter 1, maybe they're a complete a-hole that you don't want anything to do with. But maybe by chapter 5, they realize that they need to ease up a bit, and then by the end of the book, they'll calm down. Maybe they are very sheltered, and by the end of the book, they're very open. What are their flaws? What are their skills? What are their characteristics? What kind of person are they? Are they rich? Are they poor? It's stuff like that. And then you got the timeline. What era is your book taking place in? Are you in World War II Germany? Are you in some fantasy land? Are you in the future, like 3278? I don't know. And the timeline can be the most frustrating part, which is why when I write my books originally, the chapters are usually dates so that I know the time frame. Then you gotta do your mini plots. Like maybe it's a character's romance, which is in its own way a plot point. You got your main plot, but then you've got little things that have to happen. So maybe there's a character's romance. Maybe there's a character grieving, and they reach a point where they realize, hey, I need to move on. Stuff like that, mini plots, and they are the devil's in the details. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then God forbid you're writing a series, then it becomes even more difficult because you have a main plot that you're spanning over 6 or 7 books, if you're writing a short series. Then you have to have plots for each book that somehow tie into the larger plot. And it's okay to have 1 or 2 books stray from that plot, if you really need to do something with the character, but I write series. I personally write series. I write books that are continuations of each other. And it is, because then you have to put little details in each book that will connect to the next book. Or little details that are not important in book 1, but maybe important in book 4. And it's so intricate. It's like weaving a web. And then you have to constantly character introduction, character depth, character development has to be, instead of spread across a couple chapters, it's spread across a couple books. And then there's the things that people don't see about the world of writing. The hours spent away from family. Sometimes I'll go in the living room and write and I can't focus. Fun fact, these headphones are plugged into nothing. They're just noise canceling and they help me focus. But, sometimes I'm locked away in here because it's not that I want to write, I need to write. And then my little brother's knocking on my door asking me to come play, and I'm just like, not today, buddy. Sometimes I can kind of weave it so that he'll write with me, like he'll write his story, I'll write mine. It's great, fun, yay. But then there are more difficult times where he wants to play Minecraft and I want to write. Or there's days when, family's going to Target, Ohio mom wants to go to Target, Miss Patty, as I usually call her, but she wants to go to Target, and I'm just like, I'm gonna stay inside today. Or, I'll pass. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. It takes up time. It's not something that happens overnight. And you have to sacrifice, going out with friends or getting that chapter written. Then there's the questions. Oh, you write a novel? What do you write about? What's your book about? You do know you can't really make a living off of writing, right? So what are you really gonna do? Oh my gosh. Do you have a character based off of me? Can I be in your novel? And usually we answer these questions with very simple responses. Oh, my book's about a vigilante. No, I don't really include people in my books. Oh, there's kind of a character that's already like you. And then again, there are rude responses that some people give you. You know, you can't make a living off of that. Come on, you don't really want to be a starving artist, do you? You know it's really unlikely you'll get published, right? Like, really unlikely. Nobody reads anymore. It gets old and it gets annoying. And that's kind of the everyday life of a writer. You get up, you figure out these character developments, you figure out these plot points, you lose time with people you care about. And I know some people are like, well, that's a choice. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you need to write and you have to give up that time. And it sucks. And in the moment, you're not going to be bothered by it. In the moment, you're just like, oh, I'm going to stay in. But then later on, it hurts. It's like, oh, I could have played a game with my little brother, but now he's sleeping. Or I could have gone on a walk with my little sister, put her in her stroller and went for a walk, but I didn't. I could have gone and worked out, but I didn't. And then you feel, it's hard. I The only advice I can give to people who are potential writers is that you have to be ready to sacrifice time. And that means you could be sacrificing sleep. And trust me, I love sleep. I do. But sometimes you have to sacrifice it. So that's my personal view on the world of writing and the people that I interact with. And I don't interact with a lot of other writers. I wish I did. I wish I had more friends that wrote. That right? Yes, wrote is past. Wait, tripping over my words again. I wish I had more friends who were writers. I wish that there were people I could sit down with and be like, hey, look at this plot point. What do you think? But at the same time, and that would actually be beneficial because then when I have to isolate, they're not going to care. But that's my personal world of writing. It's not easy rant, I guess. I'm not really sure. This video had a point, and I don't know if I hit it. But I guess what I'm trying to say is writing's not easy, and it takes a lot out of a person. It may look simple. It may look like I'm just sitting at a desk typing words onto my little Alpha Smart to upload to my computer, but there's so much more that goes into it. Anyways, I'm going to get going because this video is now approaching 13 minutes and 20 seconds, and I'm sure I've bombarded you guys and spoken faster than you guys can understand. I hope that you guys can understand what I'm saying and that maybe you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, real quick, I have an editor now, so if my videos don't come up when I say they're going to come up, it's because I'm trying to adjust to the fact that I'm not just uploading these right after I make them, which is a really strange concept to me. Alright, now I'm going. Bye!